Equilibrium. Humans hold an explicit and intuitive relationship with balance, beginning from our first step. Equilibrium is desired quality in all our sensory perception. Balance anchors, energizes, and directs our vision. The lack of balance irritates us in our constant quest to seek visual relationships of equal proportion. Tension is a nemesis of balance. The optical center of a page lies slightly above the geometric center. The visual center. Due to its location, the center of visual field possesses greater inherent visual importance than its surrounding area. Symmetrical balance exists when an even distribution of weight occurs within a composition around a central vertical or horizontal axis. Symmetry occurs with similar, but not always identical, elements of various types. Radial symmetry is a composition built equally around a central point. Asymmetry. Often there is one dominant element offset by multiple smaller elements. Asymmetrical composition possesses greater visual tension than symmetrical compositions. Asymmetrical is more common in our world. Its unique juxtaposition of balance offers an increased level of interest as we are mentally engaged to explore this difference. The golden ratio, balance and rhythm. Proportion defines the comparison of dimension or distribution of form. It addresses the relationship in size and scale between objects within a composition. The golden ratio. Designs proportioned according to the golden ratio or golden rectangle deliver an asymmetrical, pleasing, natural balance of rhythm commonly encountered in figures such as the pentagon, decagon, and dodecahedron. This harmonic subdivision is very close to the fine shape of a chambered knotless shell. The balance of rhythm expressed within the golden ratio allows the eye to gently and easily follow a path of prioritized and directed path of sequentially smaller shapes or units. The ancient Greeks and Fibonacci calculated this logarithmic spiral linked to forms in nature that inspire dynamic modular symmetry in music, art, and architecture. The golden ratio is mathematically defined as follows. Given a rectangle having its size in the ratio of 1 to pi, pi is defined as such as partitioning the original rectangle into a square, and then a new rectangle results having its own size within a ratio of 1 to pi. The Fibonacci sequence, also called the golden ratio, simply put, is a numerical sequence where each number is equal to the sum of the preceding two numbers. This sequence is commonly found in nature and perceived to be intrinsically aesthetic. Designs such as the Parthenon and some page layout grids are contrived to make use of this principle. The golden ratio is best utilized on occasion as a tool to provide a pleasing aesthetic result, especially concerning rhythm, geometric patterns, and matter regarding proportional relationships. The rule of thirds. The rule of thirds is a composition tool that uses a horizontal and vertical trisected grid. The use of this grid assists in the placement of subject matter away from the center, thereby creating a more dynamic and interesting image. A more accurate description would be the suggestion of thirds, as knowing when to break this rule is as important as knowing the rule itself. There are two ways to use this principle. One, the points where lines intersect are good suggestions for placement of your key subject matter. And two, it may also be used as a guide to regulate foreground, middle ground, and background prominence. A sense of balance is attained when one or more design elements utilize any third of the grid, creating a positive space. A natural balance occurs as the remaining 2/3 of the composition represent negative or white space. It's never a good idea to place horizons or strong verticals in the center of your composition, as two equal parts will fight for the viewer's attention if a dominant element is not present. Consider the path of moving subjects and allocate the majority of available space in front of the path to allow the subject's visible room to move. Centering a subject or horizon results in a feeling of static that is void of dynamic movement. Visual centering. Seasoned designers understand that due to various conditions that may occur when designing with color, balance, and value, that some design elements are mechanically centered that require slight visual adjustments or to be tweaked so they would appear more balanced and centered by visual weight. What is mechanically right does not always appear visually correct. Fighting elements. Multiple large elements will fight for viewer attention. This results in the viewer's eye bouncing off your message. Visual direction devices like angles and arrows will achieve the same results, moving the viewer's eye off your design. Balance and weight. All elements' size and density are referred to as an element's weight. Darker colors hold more weight than lighter colors. Too many elements of different shapes, sizes, and colors will create visual noise and negate a sense of harmony and balance. To create balance, repeat elements horizontally or vertically. Center elements. Balance multiple small elements with a single element. And add bright, colorful visuals to open up large blocks of dense type. Offset large blocks of type or images with white space. Small elements can equal the visual weight of large elements as they move farther away from the pivotal point of balance.